So I've talked to a lot of women, and this has been the case for decades and decades. You get to a certain age and you realize you haven't saved any money for retirement. And what are you going to do? And you're going to have to work until you die. And people don't like that so much, especially if you're not doing something that you love. And so I came up with 9 different things that you can do, different strategies and different ways that you can manage your money now and also start building your wealth. Hello there, prosperity seeker, and welcome to another episode of the Prosperity Approach. I'm your host, Allyson Chavez, and as always, I am so grateful and appreciative of you spending your time here with me. I sure hope that it's valuable, that it's relevant, and fills you with some hope, with some optimism, and definitely with more prosperity. So, number 1, the first thing to do is be more intentional with what you spend your money on. This means cut the fat. Cut the fat. Only spend money on the things that you value. So here's where people go off the rails. They're like, okay, so I can't go out to eat, and I can't get my nails done, and I can't get my hair done. And so it's this rice and beans and rice, and deprive. And we all know that you can only sustain that for so long before you just completely sabotage. So this is not about deprivation at all. This is about only spending money on things that you value. So it's really, really easy. If you have a whole bunch of subscriptions to different streaming services, for example, and you only watch 1 or 2 of those streaming services, cancel the rest of those subscriptions. Like stop spending money on things that you're not using. If you don't really like eating out at fast food restaurants because it's crappy food, then stop going there, save up your money, and once a month or twice a month, go to a nicer sit-down restaurant where you leave going, wow, that was well worth the $100 we just spent on dinner. So get really intentional and only spend money on the things that you value. You will find this so freeing and so expansive because you're not wasting your time just like frittering your money away on dollar store kind of experiences or things. Another thing that you can do is call your phone company. Ask them if you can get a better rate, if there's any specials that are going on that you can take advantage of. Call your car insurance, your home insurance, your health insurance, all of your insurances, and see if you can get a better rate. Definitely do this with your credit cards. Anywhere that you can like cut those expenses. Yes, calling these different places takes time and it is tedious, but if you're saving yourself thousands of dollars a year, it is absolutely worth it. And if you've had the same phone plan for 5 years and you haven't called to see about changing it, you definitely have wiggle room in there. You should be calling and asking for a better rate because you've got, customer loyalty and all of that. So use those cards, play the customer loyalty cards with all of the subscriptions you have and all of the payments that you're making to see if you can either get a lower interest rate or you can get a better card or whatever that's looking like for you. All right. Number 2, if you are saving money for something that's substantial, like you're wanting to buy a new car or you're wanting to go on a great vacation, create a separate savings account for it and label it accordingly. Label it new Lexus or new car, label it family vacation to Italy or camping for 10 days or whatever it is that you're saving for, not just savings account 320, like the dumb numbers that the bank assigns it. All right. Create a name for it and then regularly put money into it, very intentionally put money into it. It doesn't matter the amount to start. What matters is the intention behind it. This is happening. And so some of my money is going towards this for X amount of time. All right. And as you get the ball rolling on it, you'll get so excited as you see this vacation account growing, you'll want to put more money into it. It'll be easier to say no to those things that you don't really like anyway and put it towards the family vacation. So very, very powerful way to manage your money. Number 3, look at your bank account at least 2 or 3 times a week. Daily would be even better, but you need to look at it with gratitude for what's there, regardless of the amount that's there. So look at it with gratitude, with appreciation. Even if you have 30 cents in your account, you've got 30 cents in your account. Thank you. And we can grow that. We know how to make money. Money is actually the easiest thing in the world to make. And decide that's true and be tracking and looking at your account regularly, at least 3 times a week. You need to see where the money is going. So start tracking it as well. That was a real big eye opener to me years ago when I started tracking my money, because what you focus on expands. So what you track will grow. But if it's just feeling like a sieve and it's water through a sieve, then you're not being intentional about where your money is going. So if you'll take an afternoon or, an evening and just start tracking where all of the expenses are, and it's just for a baseline. All right. It's not to tell you that you're a terrible money manager. It's not to tell you anything other than here's our baseline. And if we want money to grow, then there's a few things that we get to do in order for our money to grow for us. And we get to be better managers of our money, and we get to be more intentional about the way we build wealth. So really, really simple. All right, number 4, let's talk about some wealth building. Use the money that you've saved by cutting that fat from the subscriptions you're not using, from the eating out with the terrible foods that you don't like anyway, into something else, and putting that fat that you've trimmed into retirement and investment accounts or high interest savings accounts. There are some high yield interest savings accounts that it's like almost 5.5% interest. If that's where you need to park your money, at least to get going, then park your money there in a high interest yielding savings account to get you going. And then don't touch the money. Don't touch the money. This is your money working for you, not you working for your money. Now, if you want to use some budgeting software, you could certainly do that. There's an app called You Need a Budget. YNAB is the acronym. You can go to youneedabudget.com, and it's got a small fee that you pay monthly or yearly, and then that tracks really well for you. You can do that. But don't just, if you're cutting the fat, you want to direct the money into something else. And we want that to go to your future financial relaxation in investment accounts or retirement accounts. All right, this is where we start growing our wealth. Number 5, automatic withdrawals into investment accounts. Educate yourself on this. And this is where so many people go off the rails. This is where I went off the rails for years. I was like, I don't know anything about investing. I'm really scared. I don't really trust it. So I'm just going to trust the mattress, right? I'll just put money under the mattress. I'll just put it in a 0.0%, 1% interest bearing savings account, right? Which gives you no money at all. But start educating yourselves. There are so many options out there that you can get into investment accounts and retirement accounts for free. Talk to your credit union, talk to your bank, see what kind of tools they have there. Many banks and financial institutions want you to be more financially educated. So they have some financial literacy tools that are really easy to understand and fun to use. So start educating yourself on that, and then create an investment account, create a retirement account, and then just automatically $50 a week or $50 a month to start moving that into that investment or retirement account. Number 6, if you want to build wealth and if you want to manage your money better, then you need to put more value in the marketplace. So if you own your own business, then you need to bring more value to your customers by creating something or releasing something that is high value for people and that your customers love and your clients love, and also that you would love to provide them with. What's the service you want to provide them with? If you work for somebody else, you can absolutely bring more value to the marketplace by how you show up at work. What's your attitude like? What's your energy like? Are you grumpy? Are you complaining? Are you finding ways to waste time instead of getting your work done? Be a more proactive team player wherever it is that you're working. And really amazing things will happen when you start doing that, when you're more intentional about how you show up and the impact that you have on your other coworkers and on customers that you're working with in your job too. Number 7, get out of credit card debt and use credit cards that have points to them or like a cashback reward system to them. Funnel all of your money through that card, but then pay it off every single month. So this is really important. No credit card debt, please. And so start being more intentional about paying off your credit card debt. This is when you're using cashback rewards or you're using points, this is playing with house money. And you can actually, if you've got that family vacation account that you're saving for and you use rewards or points, you can actually buy airfare for your whole family. You can get that for free based on your points if you use it right. So you're going to play with house money here. And this is finally where you can actually win against the house with cashback rewards with your credit cards. But certainly get out of debt first. And then, like I said, start funneling your money through those cards. You can rack up the points or rack up the cash back, but make sure that you can pay it off every single month. You don't want to be carrying balances on your cards. Number eight might feel a little bit but stay with me. Get a second job, a part-time job for the next 12 months. $15 an hour, $20 an hour, whatever it is, 20 hours a week. After 1 year, at even just $15 an hour at 20 hours a week, you'll have over $14,000 before taxes. Don't spend your paychecks. Be very intentional and put them in your future financial relaxation account. Or if paying for college for your young children is important, put it in a college education savings fund for them. Put it in an investment account that will grow after a year. And then watch your money grow. Even if you never put in another dime after that year, if you've put in $10,000 over the course of a year or $12,000 over the course of a year, give it 10 years or 20 years and your money will grow substantially. This is like wealth building 101. And it's going to require that you do something different and you be a different person and you look at your money differently as well. This is part of changing your mindset around money and around your money working for you and you working for your money. Are you going to be tired if you work a part-time job on top of a full-time job for this next year? Yeah, you probably will. But you'll actually, if you come at this with the right mindset and the right alignment, that you're aligning to you being proactive about your finances and you creating financial relaxation for your future, then it actually gives you a whole lot of energy when you're at that second job. And you're there because you're there with purpose and you know what the money is for. And you've got gratitude and appreciation that you've got this other job that you can supplement and that you can actually build towards your future. So make sure that you're aligned with that. And that leads me to number 9, the different jobs that you can get. Do you know that you can actually make really great money being a crossing guard? My husband and I did crossing guard for years and actually loved it. It was a wonderful, wonderful, very, very part-time job. And between the two of us, and this was 10 years ago, we made about $1,500 or $1,600 a month. And I would bet that it's even more now. And so you can be a crossing guard. You can donate plasma. My son, who just graduated from college, donates plasma regularly, and then he saves that money for fun stuff that he wants to purchase, or he's wanting to save money for a house. And so that money is going into there to save money for a house. And so be really intentional with that. Do those little like deadhead jobs, clean an office on the weekends. Stop being too good for jobs. I think that's one of the things that we just get really caught up in our own sense of pride. Like, I'm a college educated woman. Why would I be a janitor? I'm a CEO and I've made, 7 figures over the X amount of years. Like, why would I go donate plasma, or why would I be a crossing guard on top of this? Well, if you haven't been a good money manager, it doesn't matter how much money you've made over the years. If you make $1 million, but you spend 999,000 of it, then you're no better off than somebody who's super, super broke, right? And so this is another tweaking about how you look at money and how money is working for you. Keep thinking about what you're creating, the relaxation you're creating for yourself now and down the road, because you're adding value to the marketplace. Your self-esteem will grow. Your self-confidence will grow. And here's the really, really cool thing about this. If you're not too good for whatever job comes to you, you can make some really powerful, really fantastic connections. And in another episode, I talked about if you don't have financial capital, then work on your relationship capital. And relationship capital usually will lead to greater financial capital. And so start talking with people. Talk with your boss and your part-time job, even at your full-time job. Add more value just by your attitude, by your willingness to go the extra mile, by the smile that you have for coworkers and for customers and clients. Fill your space and become bigger than your space. And you're actually going to have really cool relationships that you will grow from there. there. You'll find really cool connections that you make that will either further your career or it will lead you into a completely different career that you love, that is lucrative, that is a really fantastic fit for you. The channels for how money can come to you are absolutely endless. Be willing to just lean in and say yes. Just be willing. Be willing to lean in and be willing to explore the whole world of possibilities that can open up for you. But it's time for us to really be so much more queenly and so much more kingly about the way that we are playing with our money, the way that we're managing our money, and the way that we are building our wealth for ourselves and for the generations that are following us. So no more of letting other people take care of it or take care of you. You are so powerful. God wants to co-create with you and show you how powerful you are. If your money has been a weakness in the past, your weakness can absolutely be made into strengths, and your weaknesses are meant to be turned into strengths. So be humble, be teachable, follow what I call the nudges. Some people call them pings, other people call them promptings or inspirations. Follow them. Be intentional, be willing to be tired, be willing to get uncomfortable for a small amount of time so that you can be very, very comfortable all through your later years and make incredible memories with the people that you love most as you let your money work for you. So try some of these on. Let me know which ones are your favorite to do. And pop in the comments below or shoot me an email and let me know what your experience is with those. I didn't say they were going to be really easy, but they are very practical and they are very, very profound in their ability to bring more money to you. So go there, shoot me an email, Allyson@AllysonChavez.com. Let me know how things are going. And hey, if you want extra help with your money, if you want extra help with aligning to the future of your dreams, come join me in my monthly membership, Align Academy. Click on the link in the show notes. You'll get the information and come join us and play with us there. See you next time. And remember, prosperity becomes you.